Three ways you are losing credibility without even knowing. Hi, this is Shushmita. I'm a painter, a graphic designer, and a copywriter. 50 Shades of Creative is a compilation of 12 years of experience of mine in painting, graphic design, and copywriting. And trust me, this is the most bizarre moment in my entire life that I am witnessing when the world is on hold, the world is on pause. And we are thankful, of course, at the very beginning. I am thankful to all the people who are working in the front line for helping others, risking their own health, risking their wellness, and they are taking a massive risk, whereas they should be with their loved ones. They are here for the rest of the world, and this is massive, big of them. And those people, I personally salute the ones who are working for the speechless, who are working for the stray animals and animal welfare, those who are feeding them every day, and those who are working for their wellness. I thank you personally from the deepest of my heart. I thank you all for those, I thank you all who are working for the speechless right now. And yeah, you are the ones who are definitely going to make this world a better place. So let's begin. Why this topic today? Why we are at home communicating with each other, and we are communicating with friends, and those of us who are who are in online business, we are communicating with people, we are appearing, and I cannot help but notice that some of the people are making some mistakes that probably they don't know about, or probably they don't think about the long-term consequences. I thought that this would really be helpful for all of you out there who are practicing leadership or who are on online business, who are building network. This applies to all of you. And for 50 Shades of Creative, I have always said that here my goal is to make things easier for you, to make things simpler for you, and to make sure that you don't make the mistakes I did. And trust me, I wish while I was running and while I was starting over and over again, I wish there was someone who would teach me all these minute details that make massive difference. So let's begin. 3 ways you are losing your credibility without even knowing. What is credibility? It's when people trust you. When you are selling a business, when you are selling a product, when you are selling a service, when you are, let's say, doing entertainment, people buy from people they know and trust. And people need to be visible to gain that trust and honor when they are aware of what they are doing while being visible. Let's say I am talking to you just to make an appearance, and I'm talking to you to make a difference. These are two different things. So credibility is the matter of trust. You gain credibility through time, and it's very fragile. So there are 3 things that really ruin credibility, because how there's a pattern of how people think, and let's begin with how it all works. Number 3, you conclude fast. Let's say you are talking to a client, and your client is telling you about some past experience or present experience or something they are doing, and you instantly reach a conclusion. This will work, this won't work. Or, oh yeah, they're great people, that's good. But if you say, you know what, they may not be able to do it, give this work to me or someone I know. So we conclude in so many ways. If we look at some celebrity, we conclude about their personality, we conclude about their family life, we conclude about their love life. That's okay. Now imagine those conclusions are coming to you as a person, then it's horrible. And how I know? Because even if I have been honest, because of some minute mistakes, I had a hard time gaining credibility from my clients, from my audience, and from my workplace people as well. So like I said, I wish there were people who would teach me the minute details. So what do you do? It's an impulse. First of all, let me tell you that concluding is an impulse. We always conclude by our DNA. It's encoded in our DNA to make decisions, to conclude fast, to be prepared. This is encoded in our DNA, and you are allowed to do that, by the way. Just don't talk about this, or just don't impose your conclusion on another person. That's very bad. If you think someone is making a mistake, ask them. If I see one of my friends or one of my clients doing something that I highly doubt would be a good decision, I ask them, why are you doing this? Is there any reason behind? Or do you have any other preference? Or this is the first option you got? Keep asking them, keep asking them, keep asking them until there is an answer that contradicts with themselves. And then you say, you know what? When you say this, it doesn't match with your this decision. Would you consider something else? I am just saying this is a suggestion, but before you do anything, I think you should explore some other options as well. So that way you become compassionate and a considering friend, a well-wisher. And you need to establish that point. And sometimes you may have to let it go. Trust me, most of the times, just let it go. Just, you can say that, yes, when you say this, or like I know you, if you ask me, I would say red would be a better suit for your logo. But what you are doing, I know that you know what you are doing, and I know that you have your passion. If I had time, I would, or if I had an opportunity, I would tell you that try something with red. And that way, I keep an option, I keep a window open, and I let them know that I considered them, and I have noticed all their details, and I have paid attention to their details, and then I have in my mind have some plan for them. If I had the time, I would present it to them, and I give them the freedom of trying it by themselves. Most of the times it's best that you let go. Don't conclude anything. Don't say anything. Just listen. When the time is right, they will ask you. Just don't, again, don't go, if they are wrong, don't go saying, I knew it, and trust me, this is the strongest impulse. Yes, I knew it, I told you so, I knew it, but don't. You are allowed to be happy, you are allowed to celebrate your own success, you are allowed to enjoy when you are right. Don't say it. So that is number 3, concluding fast. Number 2, promises you make but cannot keep. Another impulse. When we are with our best friend, when we are with our beloved, we make promises. I promise I will make you the best dinner ever. That's okay. That's your emotion. But when you are with a client, and most of the times it is for when you are hunting clients and when you are trying to get clients new, or you are trying to broaden your horizon, what you do is you cannot say no. So you make promises, you take up works that you cannot accomplish. And the most common example is when you are flooded with work, a new client comes along and they ask you for something within a very limited time span, and you cannot say no. You just say, yes, of course. And let me just assume that you will not sleep, you will not eat, and you will give them the work within that minimum time. Guess what? This will be a practice. And if you consider doing it for the rest of your life, as long as that client is alive and as long as you can, trust me, your standard is going to fall like this. Because it's not possible for a human being to accomplish that much. This is an example I am telling you. Have you ever been through such experience, or have you ever seen where celebrities or stars or movie stars, they say something and in the next movie they do something else, or they say something, this is the love of my life, and 2 months later you find them, split up, and you say, they are all fake. And trust me, it happens to you too. When you make such promise that you cannot keep, you become fake. I know it is an impulse, and I know it is impossible to say no, but don't make any promises. Try not to make any promises at all. Just deliver. Let's say someone is saying, I need this in 24 hours, and you say, you know what, I wasn't prepared. Maybe you should ask someone else. And I cannot promise you, but if you can extend your timeline, maybe I can give you this. So the client will appreciate your honesty, and it is I have never seen someone who asked for something within 24 hours and they did it in, or they received and accepted and executed the entire thing in 24 hours. It's not possible. It's a client mentality that if they rush, or it's a management mentality that if they give you minimum time, they will get more time for feedback. And they're just saying all this for their sake, the opposite party. If you give people rush, don't do it. That's another thing, by the way, a bonus point. This is how you lose your credibility. Don't create unnecessary rush. Give them time and take time yourself. So that's number 2. Don't make promises that you cannot keep. Try not to make any promises at all. And number 1, and this one I want you to write it down on a pen, on a paper with pen with your hand. I want you to write it down in the comment section. I want you to share this with everyone you love. And that point is instant replies. You know what instant replies is? When you go to any Facebook page to buy any product online or for any questions, and they give you instant replies before even you type the question. They send you, we are very happy that you visited our place. What is your question? Whereas you have asked the question in the first sentence, and then they ask you, do you want to know the location? Do you want to know about your products? Do you want to know about the prices? Whereas these are not your concern at all. You ask totally something different. So instant replies is sometimes annoying even on Facebook. And it is annoying when some people do that. And you know the most popular instant reply? What is the most popular instant reply? I do that too. Me too. I know too. I can do this too. And I know exactly what that feels like. And anywhere, anytime you get a chance, you merge yourself with it. An instant reply is, let's say someone making a comment and you are just instantly saying, nope, it won't work. And yes, they're great. Or I can do that too. Oh, I understand everything. I know what you're saying. You know what? You don't have to say. If you think you have done that too, if you think that you are a me too, then you can just be silent, just like that. Because if you are the same person, then they will know that you are the same person. You don't need to utter. I understand this is the strongest impulse ever again, but you don't have to say it out loud. And as you are in a leadership position, I am assuming, and you are a creative professional, if you are an introvert, I understand you hate talking. And for you, it would be easy to, I am just giving you things not to say. For you, it will be easy. If you're an entrepreneur and you are starting up, or if you are a professional working in an office and you just don't like the people and you want better people, you want to be with better people, you want to work with better people, you just don't know it, they all seem to be the same. These are the shortcuts that you can try. And one shortcut is to check yourself if you are doing these 3 things and if you are losing your credibility. So never give instant replies. Let's say someone is asking for a book to someone else and you just say, oh, I have it, I will give it to you. And then you cannot give it to them for like 2 months. And that's the second one. You made a promise that you cannot keep. So never, ever, ever give instant replies. It's a very bad thing, very bad habit, instant replies. And precisely that Me Too thing, if you are a Me Too person, people will find it out. To be a leader, you need to find your own tribe. Let them say that they are too, and you see how it goes. Let's just tell me something, and I tell you, me too. I know how that feels. I know how it will be, or I know everything about you. I am the same person. And then you check, you analyze that how am I in 3 months. And so people, this impulse, it's okay to have. It's not, impulse is an instinct. You are okay to have impulse. And it's okay to think whatever you can think inside your head. But these 3 things, stop practicing, stop saying, and start controlling yourself. So gain your credibility back, or if you keep yourself in check, then congratulations, I learned it the hard way. And yeah, just let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you soon. I hope my video helped, and bye.